Internet! And welcome to You're Gonna Regret It, Modern Children's Movie Review, with your hosts, Fighting Leaf and Husky the Wolf. After doing so many of these movie reviews, eventually one comes along and makes me ask myself, why do I do this? Why do I put so much energy into disparaging something that obviously brings joy to children's hearts? Well, whenever I ask myself these questions, Husky always reminds me of a very simple thing. If a movie sucks, it sucks. End of story. Very true. Even if it seems hateful or overly critical, I still feel the need to spread the message about how much movies like these exploit their audiences, whether intentionally or not. And now, in honor of Halloween, a relatively spooky movie by the name of Scooby and the Curse of the Lake Monster.
Sure, be like I'm now, but that ain't gonna last to minimize the damage. We gotta work fast. This is what we gotta do to help the kid to get it. Now listen to my review, or you're gonna regret it. With Husky by my side and a leaf on my chest, we grill bad kids movies with help from the rest. I am Fighting Leaf, a kid movie chief. Don't give me no grief, or you're gonna regret it.
We start off this movie in a creepy sky and pan down to a spooky house where a shadow puppet chase scene is already in progress. So far so good. They're keeping to the usual Scooby-Doo formula right until Fred Jones, played by Robbie Amell. How come I always have such terrible luck with names? And flat out decks the witch to the floor. There's Daphne, played by Kate Melton, Shaggy, played by Nick Paladis, Scooby-Doo, voiced by Frank Welker, and Velma. Where's Velma in all this? Give you 3 guesses.
It's you?
What? It can't be!
Got it. In case any of you are slower than Husky out there, you'll find out in due time. Still don't know where she is? Well then, let's take it from 1 week earlier. Did you make that flashback card? No, but it looks like I could have. Let's see. Now planning my murderous rampage. Okay, test on the last day of class. Wasn't there a certain other movie that did that?
The mind never sleeps. Can I get a witness? Hallelujah!
This is a bad sign. So Shaggy here is fighting constipation while waiting for the clock to strike 3, when suddenly time and space just start being total jerks. Then it goes back to normal. Maybe Shaggy really is on drugs, I don't know. Suddenly the school turns into some kind of beach party, complete with Bimbo and Scooby and a hula scout. Oh hi, Velma, played by Haley Kiyoko. Say, you wouldn't happen to be the... Wait, Husky. Don't give away the twist ending. Oops, I am sorry. I will keep my flap shut. Turns out Shaggy and Scooby were just having the same hallucination and there was no actual beach party. Hooray.
Our seasonal employment awaits.
That means they're getting summer jobs.
I'll get a summer job!
Shaggy exposits about Daphne's uncle's country club where the whole gang is going to work for the summer. Oh yeah, and Scooby's taking up scrapbooking now. This joke has no payoff. Just saying.
What happened to gardening?
It didn't work out. Everything he planted, he just dig right up.
All in favor of that joke being funny, please say yay. All opposed? The nays have it, that joke wasn't funny.
Daphne said we should hit the road right after school.
Yeah, they're making out in the mystery machine. Gee, what a shock. So yes, Fred and Daphne are going out now because Velma said a terrible pun, Daphne fell out the window, and Fred caught her. And the barn burst into flames.
It's so romantic.
No, it's not! Shut up! Velma's concerned that this shift in relationship will upset the team dynamic, and unfortunately, that's what ends up driving a lot of the movie. Ah yes, the imaginary friend syndrome has already started kicking in. If you don't know what I mean by imaginary friend syndrome, please refer to my Yogi Bear review. And yeah, Fred gets lost and no one is laughing. Next!
Oh, hey look! It's nasty as is Daphne.
No, we're not doing that again. The fuck? So they stop off at a very non-suspicious looking, place, and leave the titular character in the car while they do hey, what gives? Well, maybe Scooby does something later in the scene. The movie's title is his name. He must be important, right? 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 So they happen upon the obligatory creepy exposition character whilst looking for directions, and the lady tells them that the club was built on evil ground.
I tried to warn them, but they thought I was just some crazy hag.
Get it? 'Cause she's Yes, we all get it, Husky. So yeah, Velma finds a brochure talking about the monster of Erie Point, as well as a map to the country club, and Scooby-Doo manages not to show up at all in that whole scene. Wow, what a way to underuse your title character, movie! So they arrive at the country club, meet Daphne's uncle... creepy Uncle Thornton Blake V, played by Ted McGintley, and by the way, we are 9 minutes into this movie, and they still haven't stopped showing the credits at the bottom of the screen this whole time. Ah, Scooby-Doo, how nice of you to appear in your own movie again. Then while they're unpacking their bags, this happens.
Shaggy, are you alright?
Like I am now.
So, falling off stuff makes you fall in love? Are you sure this is going to work? Positive. Now just wait for a strong gust to knock you off, and then you'll find your true love. I'm gonna go inside. Bye! I'm starting to have doubts about this. Then gravity kicks in.
It's so romantic.
It's paving the way for another annoying subplot is what it is. Shaggy then tries to have a man-to-dog conversation about his sudden and plot inconvenient feelings for Velma, and Scooby-Doo gives Shaggy his full support. Well, gravy. It took a whole 2 seconds for the movie to turn one of the most lovable canine characters in film into a total jerkbutt. Way to endear us to the comic relief there, movie. Normally this would just be an unfunny joke, but as the movie progresses, you'll see why we make such a big deal out of it. So Shaggy tries again with Fred, asking about his and Daphne's relationship status, but Fred tells him that it's really not all that serious. But guess what? Daph thinks they are serious. I mean, a woman taking a relationship more seriously than a man? Who saw that coming, am I right? I will have you know that real men see the relationships as the cheat code to a well-balanced breakfast. Pimple sandwiches like Fred Jones should know better than to play the field when the touchdown is right in front of their noggin faces. Fred advises him to keep his options open because summer is the season of having fun and not getting into anything serious, while Daphne says they're totally serious.
Well, it certainly sounds like you two are perfectly in sync.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for establishing yet another reason I want to stop watching this movie right now. So the gang all meets up and Shaggy takes extra time to make this as awkward as possible. As this hackneyed courtship ensues, I just want to point out that these two have nothing in common, and the movie only reinforces this throughout. And the payoff? We'll get to that when we get to it. Hey, you got your cartoon gags in my live-action flick!
Beneath all of these rock formations, there are miles of underwater caves.
Get out of town!
No, really. You can tell by the variegated sedimentary striations.
Oh, would you look at that? I've never seen irrigated rudimentary claymations like that before.
Riveting. Oh look! Plot! Velma soon discovers a shiny blue rock that she calls a moonstone. Hey Professor, you hear that? Leaf found a moonstone. Do not distract me! I'm maintaining equilibrium! Not that kind of moonstone. My precious Jinkies. Still confused as to who the monster is? Well then you're an idiot.
Oh, Shaggy, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Join the club.
Velma!
That was completely necessary. I'm glad they left that in there. Works for me. That night, Daphne's uncle is putting on a tent party in honor of the country club's opening, where he has the chance to be as creepy a red herring as possible.
One more.
Suddenly a fog machine goes haywire and the lights begin to flicker. And in a Scooby movie that can only mean one thing. Monster attack! And it's a CGI Power Rangers reject, complete with a major case of imaginary friend syndrome. The monster frightens all the guests away, and Velma conveniently rejoins the movie after the dust settles. That's when the gang gets a funny look about them.
Oh no!
It's officially mystery time, and where do they go first? Why, to a man named Uggett, who, according to Velma's brochure, has taken the only known photo of the lake monster. The Scooby-Doo franchise has always been one to face horror cliches head-on, and this creepy old lighthouse where Uggett lives is no exception. Speaking of cliches...
Isn't this the part when we normally split up and search for clues? I'll go with Velma!
like clockwork. And again, where the heck is Scooby-Doo? He's supposed to be with the gang constantly. He's always been there. That's why the movie is called Scooby-Doo. I want to see Scooby-Doo running around doing antics, eating Scooby snacks and running from monsters. Not the human character singing about some romantic show tune and wait, what?
By the light of the silvery moon, I want a spoon. To my honey I'll croon love's tune. Honeymoon. By the light of the silvery moon, I'll
Well, that song was full of point.